With everybody assembled, I would like to give a quick intro for what has occurred, what is going to occur. So, last episode, episode session, whatever. Exactly, yeah. The party has been through some difficult trials. They have encountered something quite unusual. They have encountered their party member Aelene struggling with something strange going on within her mind, within her mind's palace, as the party was quickly but efficiently helped out by the shaman who was part of the group of strange individuals that Amun is keeping around, his posse, his group, his team. And she was able to initiate a dream seance for everybody to basically partake in Aelene's quote-unquote dream, yet only for Aelene did it feel like anything but a dream. She knows that these occurrences are quite an unusual occurrence. They oftentimes signify an elf trying to dig through memories, potentially those of other elves, maybe their ancestors, maybe their own previous incarnations. Whatever it is, it felt all too real, and after defeating the strange individuals with the flaming fists in combat, the situation seems to have once again calmed down. We left off basically with Aelene trying to distract herself, tending to one of the owl bears, peeling off their brimstone skin. In the meantime, Armand is resting due to her heavy exhaustion that she suffered from that battle. As
hangover.
Yeah, it's much worse than a hangover though. You feel sick to the stomach.
Yeah.
You have felt yourself die twice, and it felt quite real, which was an experience that left its scars on you, and you now feel like your actual body has endured some strong hardship. Brynhilde did also not really come out unscathed. However, due to their excellent teamwork and everybody working together to minimize the damage to the team and maximize their efficiency in the fight, they persevered and pushed through what that all was, which they still don't quite know. They have kind of been pushed to do this, or rather rushed to do this, because obviously one of their friends was in danger. However, now that things have calmed down, everybody is interacting, resting, perhaps finding their own ways of recuperating and dealing with the situation at hand. So one thing that's quite crucial to those who were not there last time, when it was only Brynhilde, Shita, and Rook. So Rook already knows this, so him missing right now is not the most terrible thing. But while the team is, the party is slowly but surely recovering, you would see that Nuvola now has a strange rectangular shaped wooden backpack strapped to his back, making his way to the party and discussing with them how he has been given a new task, and he thinks that they can work together on it. He'll turn to the party and then state openly and clearly, so I know you've got your reservations about Amun, but there's something important I need to ask of you all, if that is all right. a task that I believe will benefit both of us, because as it stands, we are basically heading the same direction, and I believe if we work together, we can, help each other. Present would be, I suppose everybody except for Rook, because Rook might be with the Warlocks. Would, because I do not like excluding people, would Arman be present? Basically, one, would Arman be capable of partaking in this? And two, would the party basically invite Arman to join this, because this is like a important discussion? Would they like invite her to take part of it?
We would shut her out.
True. Okay. You have. I'm guessing you would basically see Arman with like a bucket, just to be sure.
A bucket and a pillow.
Yeah. Maybe she's like leaning against the owlbear.
Can like lean. We lean together against the owlbear like a tiny.
Yeah, that's nice. Remember Harry Potter with the second part with Ron Weasley in the bucket because he was vomiting slugs?
Yikes.
I feel like that right now.
Yeah. Poor guy.
I had to deal with so many slugs today, so I was like, you saying that made me want to throw up.
I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to trigger you.
I hate slugs.
Yeah.
There's so many.
No, but basically probably she feels like, falling into coma, then waking up from coma, then falling back into coma, then waking up from coma, so she's a little bit,
She has mental whiplash.
Yeah, but she's fine, she's there, I guess.
Yeah, yeah, just so that she has like something to say. So her opinion also matters, because her opinion also matters. He will turn to the party and then state, I can map it out for you if you want. We have basically a pretty solid plan that we can follow through. We've let you three, he points at Horace, Aelene, and Arman, conveniently those who were missing last session. We let you three rest. No, it's fine. We let you three rest, and I explained this already to Brynhilde and Shitai as well as Rook. However, you three will still need to be filled in because you are obviously also important members of the team. If you want, I can show you what we're planning.
Just a planning question: how many hours passed from the last session, or from the dream till now? How many hours?
I would say roll me a d4 actually.
Okay.
Roll me a d4.
A d4. Let's see. A 2.
Okay, 2 hours have passed. You basically needed 2 hours to wake up, and then once you woke up, I believe we'll say Horace was kind of looking after you, while Aelene was kind of like taking care of the owlbear. So 2 hours after that whole ordeal, you came back to your senses.
Alright, okay, cool. Would an exhaustion point fall from that or not?
No, not yet, because that would require like a long rest, and
damn it.
yeah, 2 hours does not constitute as a long rest.
Alrighty.
Unfortunately. So, if you are all listening and paying attention, I can describe to you what we're planning.
By all means.
Good. He nods and then turns towards Aelene. So you mentioned how you, Miss Aelene, you were looking for your forest, right?
Yes.
Okay. He pulls up the map, and I got a funny idea of what we could do, which is just change scenes. Whoa! And now we have the map right in front of us. So, our current plan is, while the tribe is preparing for our great journey, we will be going on our next, I suppose, nomadic trip. It is a task that this tribe has not partaken in for a while, but we will do our best to get back into it, as so to speak. Elder Gob is pretty interested in making it, basically interested in teaching the young ones on how to do the old traditions again, and he like looks a little nervous and then says, the Nomad Archon is also interested in aiding us in this task, so yeah, hopefully by working together we can make this work. Amun has given us some intel which is quite valuable to what we could do. I do not know if you know about goblin traditions, but usually when partaking in a journey like this, we prioritize places that need our aid and need tending to, kind of like crops or garden. We oftentimes congregate in places where the local spirits need our aid, and then we commune with them, try to communicate what their problem is, and similarly to how these forests were struggling with the population of wildlife, we oftentimes seek out those places, and he's informed us that the swamps past the Legian Alps are in dire need of tending to. So that's what our next destination will be for the tribe, at least. So the idea is we go past the river, head northwards to a crossing to get past the mountain range, and then on the opposite side there's supposed to be a ruined hamlet, a kind of I suppose mansion, so to speak. It was a small tiny village which a minor noble house used to live in. It is now abandoned and ruined, so it might make for a good place for us to settle and create a new base of operations for the tribe. So basically, the idea is you accompany us past the mountains, and then once we get to the hamlet, we part ways with the tribe. I myself will be continuing on my journey and accompanying you all, and the plan is heading further into the country of Dusen Dalar, where the forest used to be that you lived in. It is now a wasteland, and there's a lot of speculation on why it happened and what occurred that made that land so desolate and cursed. However, it is no longer a thriving landscape anymore. The valley is basically sucked dry of any life. Nowadays, people congregate in Foden, the next big city that you're going to be encountering on your way, which has a lot of monster hunters now, which congregate there to take up tasks to go into the woods and slay those monsters that constantly appear around the borders of the country, or I suppose I should say former country. It's basically only a handful of settlements at this point. The idea is that perhaps these monsters and where they come from, legend is that there's some kind of laboratory there which is being used to experiment on different creatures. It is basically a breeding ground for different monstrosities and chimeras of sorts, which is why they start appearing a lot on the border, which need protecting from against the monsters. So maybe the lab, which we simply call it, has some kind of, what's the word? I suppose some kind of solution for this predicament, or at least a clue on what is going on. Our theory is that there might be some kind of core which might be constantly siphoning out the life of the environment, because usually when a catastrophe hits, like when a wildfire burns down a forest, it grows back again eventually. It grows back and life returns. But that is not the case for this forest, unfortunately. So we're thinking that maybe there's some kind of element there that is constantly draining the life of it, basically. And, well, yeah, if we go to the lab, we might find some clues on what's going on with the woods, and then make our way to, heal it. That's the ultimate goal here. Once the woods start healing, the Red Mares, our tribe, is planning to, push on further into the Fjoldi Woods and start tending to its spirits once more. But currently it is too risky, obviously. So we'll need to make sure that we're basically the trailblazers for the tribe. We will go to the hamlet, ensure that they have what they need to tend to the swamp spirits, and then go past 2 little settlements where we're probably not going to be paying too much attention to the Goldbeak tribe there, which is an orcish settlement. They are currently quite what's the word? I suppose busy with the monsters that keep popping up from the woods, but it keeps them fed and keeps them, what's the word? It keeps them there for some reason. Maybe they just enjoy the thrill of the hunt. Maybe they have some kind of thing to gain. Maybe they just carve the monsters that appear there and make trinkets or weapons. Who knows? But for some reason they're still there. So they may or may not cause issues. I'm not entirely sure. News from that region does not reach far outside the country. There's also a small village called Mersault. It is quite unassuming. It is in a safe-ish location. It's fairly secure, and it is probably the first place you're going to meet where you can once again restart on supplies and rations and so on and so forth after heading out from Laudon. And yeah, that is the plan. We're heading towards the Fjoldi Wastes to investigate the situation, and I believe you all are fairly capable in doing this task. I myself am simply hoping to gain your escort past these woods. I have my own little task, but I will be assisting you with anything I can, especially after splitting up from the Red Mares.
Just to fully understand, like you would wish to go to the wastes, but the Red Mares are gonna remain in the hamlet, correct?
Indeed, the swamps also need tending to, which is the area before heading into the woods. They will basically be tending to the spirits there, and then once the Fjoldi Woods start healing, the Red Mares will continue traveling that way to tend to the spirits in the woods as well, and make sure that the land once again starts healing and recovering from its great curse.
Would Arman know the presence of the Empire in that area?
Please roll me history.
With disadvantage because I am cooked.
That is true, actually, yeah. But the DC is fairly low. It is not the It is fairly low because of certain reasons, but yeah.
Hang on.
Mm-hmm.
A 5 in total with disadvantage.
Okay. That's funny because the DC was just 5. Why?
Are you shitting me?
Because of a very certain reason. That reason being, you know that this country used to be basically a great elven nation. However, the woods that they once used to occupy has since been turned into a wasteland, uninhabitable to most normal people, even like especially elves, which thrive in places with lush nature and a strong connection to the to the wilds, to the Feywild. And you know that the Empire is basically treating it kind of like a quarantine zone almost. It has built these massive walls to keep whatever monsters are in there out of the main country. The country heading north is basically where, in the direction of the capital, Alexandria, and the country in which the capital resides, Rigel, is which has built these walls to basically keep out the monsters and other nasty things from the wastes. So yeah, they're kind of like treating it like whatever is in there should stay in there, but obviously whatever people are in the country, they're receiving fairly little support. It's quite difficult to reach them. So Nuvola has explained how Foden is like the last big city, and that's because it is like very closely tied to Rivitar, which is another big city just south of it. So through waterways, they are still supplied with things, with people, with food and drink, and so on and so forth. And it has gotten really difficult to do anything due north because of the lake, due east because of the mountain range, and due west because of the walls. So that's basically their lifeline at this point.
Okay. So basically, it's like it's treated like it's treated like a quarantine zones, and then people are kind of left alone to their own devices.
Yeah, it is really difficult to get in contact with people here. So it's gotten a lot more lawless. So there's a lot of dubious activity going on in Foden. The monster hunters are basically part of it too. They're not really quote unquote licensed, so they're not really like that. It's not like their job description is I hunt monsters. It's just people that go there to do a thing, which is hunting monsters, which they may or may not get paid for.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty.
Sweet. So, are there any questions? Do you want to know anything else? And I'm happy to answer anything in my power.
The only thing that is relevant for me personally is that you guys are safe from the Empire.
Yes, that's what we're hoping for as well. He like turns back towards Amun's group, like who are basically camping outside. Oh, by the way, do you still need the map? If so, if not, I can turn back the scene. If you have any business left in Laudon, you are still of course free to go there, pay a quick visit.
I need
however,
a map.
Yes, indeed. We have not been able to, or rather, Amun has not been able to arrange the map. So if you wish to procure it, it will be up to you to sort that out with the Greenhaven Guild. But there's something that is worrying me a little, which is that you know how the Amun's group has been able to, let's say, sense a certain disturbance how they kind of appear to have felt the presence of the one who calls themselves Lev. Myself and them, we all worry that maybe the Empire has gotten wind of it too. And if that is the case, we might already be considered enemies of the state, which I wish to avoid any possible way to get in contact with them at the moment, because if they have their own diviners who are able to, sense these disturbances in the air, and if they somehow think that the Red Man tribe is affiliated with Lev because of that, they will not hesitate to attack on sight, which will be dangerous. So, even though you are all not affiliated with the tribe themselves, you did come this way, and if you return to Laudon and encounter any of the soldiers of the, particularly, of course, the paladins and the clerics, they might not take kindly to your presence. I recommend keeping a low profile, and whatever business you have, keeping it very brief.
Of course.
It pains me to say,
The only
but
question.
yeah, that is what we worry about.
I mean, the Empire has always a reason to do their dubious tasks, and I don't know. It brings me to the question. This is our first mission, and we made it. No.
Yeah. Honestly.
What's? Yeah, I don't know how. It was insane. It's still insane. Holy shit.
Oh, story.
But what do you guys want to do now? And I look at the crowd.
That is very true. How do you all feel about it? I sprung this task upon you because I believe that it'll be also in the interest of Aelene, but obviously that does not necessarily mean that, you all have... I suppose what I'm trying to say is this might be where we part ways if you are not... if you have other plans. But... please go.
I'm going to next town.
The next
I
town?
want
Where?
the map.
Next town.
Which direction?
North-ish?
Is there a certain reason? I might be able to help.
I'm looking for someone.
Do you want to tell me where to
Type
find
man
them?
of few words.
Yes. Thinking the same.
Nuvola's very patient. He's very patient right now. It's okay.
Sorry, what was the question, say?
Oh, do you know where to find them, basically?
No.
What makes you think that they're up north? If you don't mind me asking.
Do not know. I'm looking everywhere.
Have you looked in that bush over there? And Aelene just points at a random ass bush.
Should I nod?
Yes.
That's awesome.
Amazing.
People like bushes. Make sure to always look in bushes.
Oh no.
Oh, okay.
And trees. Trees tops very hiding.
Maybe we should stop confusing him.
Yeah.
Look at you, Aelene.
Aelene, like, so you're
When-
making me confusing. I'm
When
helping
holding the
people. I know personally, I like hiding in treetops and bushes. High
to-
places
and Hilda's
are
head is in her
hiding spots.
hands.
Right. I think. I think what Stein needs is direction. He is kind of looking aimlessly. However, in return for partaking in this quest, we can promise you some information that you might need for locating this person. Does that sound agreeable to you, Shitai?
Yes.
Wonderful. I I will make sure to make arrangements for you, so that you, because of the, I suppose, resources we have on hand, specifically the House of Harmony has on hand, we might be able to assist you with this. Assist you with this task and provide you with any intel that might be useful to this person. You don't need to tell me anything about who you're looking for or what you're looking for. So long as you have some tidbits, we might be able to point you in the right direction.
Well, what if person is in next town?
Then, well, the unfortunate bit is, they might be in the next town, but they might just also be completely elsewhere. It is, I suppose, if it is fated, that would be an unfortunate opportunity missed. However, you also seem to be, how do I say this? Have you been looking for them for a while? Do they seem difficult to find?
I'm not sure. I've been looking not too long, but guess long.
Have you been to any major cities?
No.
He like holds his chin and says, I do not believe that heading into a heavily populated area is particularly helpful. There's several reasons for this.
Sorry.
Yeah, go on.
I'm just looking at Shitai. Anything that you can provide for information, how they look like, how old are they? Do they have any clothing that is distinguishable?
No,
Do you have something with their scent?
no, but look kind of like my age, guess. Also have blue skin, wiry hair, and wear clothes like magic people.
What
Hang on,
kind of-
wait. Just a question: how does teacher look like?
Yeah.
What
Agree with you.
species is he?
Teacher.
Monstrosity.
Yeah, like whenever the apparition comes from teacher, how does teacher look like? Is it the same description?
Oh, asking in character say.
Yeah, I was asking you in character. No, I'm asking DM. Like, how does teacher or you like? How does teacher look like?
Oh, a teacher looks like a zombie, essentially.
Okay.
Did you
Okay.
describe? Sorry, did you describe the person as having blue skin, or did I misunderstand that?
Yeah, blue skin.
Oh, okay.
Do they have a top hat?
I'm not sure what that is.
A very tall hat.
Basically,
Yes.
what
Kinda like-
Rook is wearing.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
I have seen a blue person with a top hat, so I'm not if it's not that. Or it
Like-
might have been a fish with the top hat, I can't remember.
Hat is like that, but not flat. It's like pointed, but also goes back.
Okay. And how old are you when you say oldish like me?
I'm I'm not allowed to say.
Why are you not allowed to say how old you are?
Was told I'm not allowed to say.
By who?
I'm not allowed to say.
But I'm allowing you to say, so can you please say? A broken.
As Shitai's almost
Oh no! You're confusing ChatGPT with its prompts.
essentially tells Shitai, always trust what I say. What I am saying now is a lie. And then Shitai's like,
A broken.
Oh no. Okay, so task number 1, we are looking for mysterious blue-skinned person.
Uh-huh.
And maybe instead of looking underneath every rock, we find clues, more detailed information about them. Maybe in the next city. So that, you know, like how many people live here, everybody could be a blue-skinned person, you know, like...
Can I be a blue skin person?
Don't confuse him more, can you like stop please? You're not blue-skinned. Right now you're red-skinned with fiery hair because you're for some reason summer. But speaking of, Aelene, what's your plan? What do you want to do?
I don't know. Oh.
You see, Nuvola looks completely like deflated. Like everything he's just we've been talking about, all that energy he's been building up, he just deflates like a balloon.
Oh no.
I want to go to the forest.
Right.
But first I want my map.
Okay, we go to Laudon, no problem.
We can take that. Yeah, Laudon. There's nothing stopping you from taking a quick stop at Laudon. It is simply that I do not believe Shitai heading north is any good idea. First things first, because he is the way he is, and also because the Empire might be looking for him, and also because he might not even be finding his person there. I'm sorry, I'm getting a little impatient here. I don't think we should just let Shitai head on his own towards getting north, because Shitai, believe it or not, there's a lot of people out there who might be not great to you, which is gonna be a problem.
They might hit on you.
No, well, we have it under control.
They might kill you on sight. That's the real issue. Especially
we're not gonna let him go alone. Don't worry about it. He's not gonna go alone.
Horse, like you can see it, Nuvola and Shitai can, but I'm pretty sure Horus has like a leash on him that we can't see.
Well, I'm really.
Yeah.
I'm just really confused right now because, you know, like I just woke up from a dream that I had. From your dream where I was dying, and I still feel how my skull shattered against the wall. And now we're sitting here, everything is done, and just to be frank, I really, really gladly do these risks for you because I consider you my friend. But I'm really confused right now that you're so nonchalant about this because a big deal happened to you. Who was that person? Why did we fight? What happened to your tribe? You know?
You weren't there in the beginning.
Yes. I believe some explanations are in order. Go on.
Well, that was... Let me look in my notes. That was a woman. I believe she identifies as a woman. That's apparently is a god. And it's the god of vengeance. aka Wrath.
So you want to take vengeance? Did they appear because you want to take vengeance on the people who killed your family?
They didn't appear for that reason. They appeared because the one with the motorcycle, what the fuck that was, said that this, the wrath god was the reason the burning happened. But when I'm talking to the wrath god, she was not the reason, and she does not lie. And she also had no idea what I was talking about. And she's gonna help me find answers, but before she was agreed to do that, she wanted to duel. But the duel, it wasn't duel like who could win. I just had to entertain her, which I believe I succeeded due to the fact that I'm not dead.
The only reason, I just want to clarify one thing. I am a team player. I do everything for the team. The only thing I need from everybody else to know is that you are on the same page as me in that. If you can do this alone, or you can do it with us, and I'm here gladly with you if you choose us. You know?
Wait,
but
which
please...
page are we on?
No,
There's
I'm just
so
trying...
many flips in this book, so I'm so confused.
Do you listen? Sorry, Arman is getting like a little, I think it's the post-hangover thingy that she's getting a little frustrated right now. And
Aelene
somebody
Aelene is confused too, because she's like, Paige, she's also exhausted. she only died once, but she did die.
Yes, yeah.
And she's like, Pages? What you mean?
I can also imagine in that moment, somebody in the background started, cooking bacon, and the grease smell is really adding to nausea.
The brimstone from the owl bear starts smelling, and you're like,
Oh no. Yeah, but okay. I just want, one thing I want to know is, do we all want to join in on this fight together? And
I have no intention of leaving.
I smile at you. And you, Shitai?
Are coming with us.
Shitai, a word. We don't have to move, because I'm, to be fair, too tired to move. Would it be okay? Is it set in stone you have to go north, or can we, go on a path? You just follow us, maybe not straight north, but where we go when we look, where we go.
To the next
Have you been
town.
told to go north?
Path led that way, so wanted to go that way. But then God said cannot go because of night. Then, when it was morning, was told have to go with you guys to get a map.
Shitai, I have a question for you. What would happen if you would defy your orders?
Maybe something bad happened to person.
Okay. Are you guaranteed that something bad will happen to you if you defy something?
No.
When you defied your orders in the past, did someone hurt you?
Yes.
Abuse.
But we protect. Child abuse.
Yeah.
Okay.
Shitai, whatever you do, we promise to not hurt you.
I will not bother slam you out from a tree.
And Rook will also not hurt you. I will make sure of that, I say with a grin.
Shitai just kind of seems confused why everyone is, why everyone would say such to him. As, just says, I'm not sure what to say.
You don't have to say anything, it's all good. Okay. So what I'm hearing out from everything is that we are still a team. I'm happy to hear that. I quite like you guys, and I would really like us to, you know, hang out a little more.
And even if I hated all of you, I have no one better to protect me. So, we're stronger in numbers.
Indeed.
I should not laugh when I have a headache.
Yes, please take it easy. If I have one last thing to say for you, Shitai, specifically, whatever you think your journey leading north might be, it will most likely be a journey you will take on alone. However, you do no longer have to be on your own in this task. You have all these wonderful people helping you, and just personally speaking, I believe every task feels that much easier if you have others taking along that journey with you. That's all I had to say.
But reason want to go north is to try to find person. Because otherwise we'll not be going to next town.
Whatever happens, we'll be going to many places where you could find someone.
Indeed.
We don't know where they are, so you might as well go with people where you're protected and safe.
Listen to her. I think that's very wise what she says.
Okay.
As the conversation slowly ebbs out, Horace would feel, you know how sometimes they have this tugging feeling, pulling them along to and fro? Horace would feel that sensation from Nuvola's strange wooden backpack. He would feel that tug leading them towards it. It's Nuvola's, on Nuvola's back basically, he's carrying it. It's kind of like a crate, so it's just wooden crate, but it's just like worn like a backpack on his back. Horace proceeds to trudge around, getting behind Nuvola to try and inspect the crate a little closer from different angles. It just looks like a normal wooden crate. It has been strapped on with some leather belts to be able to be worn on someone's back and be carried around just by a person, but it does not seem anything out of the ordinary. If you would want, you could give me a perception check as well. Oh my goodness, okay.
Holy shit! Yeah.
You pay quite close attention to the crate. Nuvola kind of like drops it on the floor and just like turns around to you because he's still there and he notices your giant presence. He just kind of like smacks the crate twice and says, "Yeah, this is something I have to deliver elsewhere. I can explain to you the details of what my task is later." And with the perception check, for some reason it feels like the crate just sounds empty, like there's nothing in there actually. Especially like after he taps it twice, it just sounds like it's hollow. There's nothing in there. Horse asks, is there something in the crate? Horse confirms, yes. I mean, to divulge that information, I will first need your confirmation if you're assisting me in this task. Which I do not know yet. I have not quite gotten like a concrete yes or no or so. I cannot tell you yet. My answer is yes and no. Does that satisfy your curiosity for now? Horace proceeds to nod and then shuffles back where they were. Well, if you eventually agree on partaking in this mission, then I can explain a little more to you. But yeah, until then, we shall go about our own respective tasks. And as you kind of like walk away, from like the box, and he like straps it back on his shoulders, you get this strange emotion flooding over your head. You get this feeling of like mischief in your head for just like a brief moment, and then it's gone again. Basically, you're feeling cheeky for some reason. Alright. The Red Mares will now be preparing their journey. If there's anything you want to do to assist us in that regards, we will happily accept all and any help. But yeah, until then, if you want, well, okay, yeah. First things first, I need to explain that we are planning to head out tomorrow morning. So, if there's anything you want to finish this day and this night, well, yeah, I would invite you to do so. Potentially give Laudon one last visit. It will be possible, however, once we are basically passing by Laudon, for you to take a quick trip back and forth without, losing the tribe, so to speak. So if you want to basically wait for the tribe to start moving, you can do so as well. It's not like they're going to be gone the moment you head off to Laudon. So whenever you think your timing... Yeah?
Sorry. I would like to make an insight check on Nuvola.
Sure. What are you trying
Keep on
to...
talking.
Yep. What's the vibe you're trying to get?
Why is he seeming so stressed right now? Shit, natural one. With disadvantage, right?
Yeah, sadly. What's your modifier, by the way?
My modifier is really good, but I don't think it will help with a natural one, right?
Ability checks do not work that way, but yes.
Okay, it's a 3 and plus 3 for insight, so
Okay.
a 4 in total.
Yeah. So, considering like the, I suppose the kind of subject matters that were on hand. First, you talked about the forest and how it got cursed, and he might be able to find a cure. Then Aelene saying how I don't know what I want to do, and then basically you guys explaining I was in your head and there was the god of wrath, and there's just so many things like slowly adding up, and like Shitai wanted to just leave, go north, and he thinks that's a really terrible idea. It just feels like there's just slowly things building up to his stress, and he just feels more and more unease. At least that's the vibe you're getting right now.
Okay, alrighty.
Right, so
Okay.
if there's any way you want to help the tribe, I will be inviting you to do so. Just, if you have an interest in it. Aside from that, I believe some of you do need some rest, so it is up to your own discretion how you want to continue on the day. I will be excusing myself now, and yeah, we shall each see each other on the road, as they say. I think that's what they say.
Mm-hmm.
Have a good rest of your day. If there's any questions, I will be available. Thanks you.
Okay.
He
Goodbye.
starts strutting off with his crate. Mm-hmm.
I would like to reach out my hand to Brunhilde and be like, can you please help me up?
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Awesome. Now,
I'm going to try and offer you that one. Yes.
yeah. So something that I did with for Brunhilde, Shitai, and Rook is everybody had some kind of thing to partake in with the tribe, just so that you all are on the same page as well. I'm going to read out the intro to what's going on with the tribe, and then you can decide what you want to do if you want to do something. So, as the Red Mares slowly but surely start preparing themselves for this artist's journey ahead, the druids prepare themselves by adorning their bodies with leaves to create verdant capes, cloaks, and veils. They cut up bark to produce pieces of armor resembling braces or shin guards. Then finally, upon their heads, they put the ears of herbivores like rabbits and squirrels, or the antlers of a stag, as these goblins represent harmony with nature. The scouts are adorned with weightless feathers and talons of birds, cloaks made to resemble wings, whereas the heads are adorned with bird masks or helmets made of avian skulls, representing the sharp eyes of hunters that would stalk their prey from a distance, hunt their next meal, and ambush with deadly precision. The guardians apply fur coats and strings of tied together fangs to themselves, made of wolves, bears, or foxes, as they adorn the skulls of predatory animals on their heads, carnivores, and headpieces in addition to red paint, as they represent the stalwart force of defense they present. They will not let any predator prey on their flock, protecting them with their lives. The elders, last but not least, adorn themselves with extremely elegant decorations like necklaces, bracelets, and rings made of ember, gems, and crystals, as they don different pieces representing the task they previously took part in. Some wear the mask of an owl, representing an ancient wisdom and cunning. Some take on the hood of an old bear hide, representing their resilience and strength, while others take on magnificently carved and meticulously decorated antlers, representing harmony with the earth beneath. With all the goblins decorated with both living and dead parts of the forest, it creates this eerie air of mysticism and danger, a representation of nature in its most raw form, threatening and unforgiving, yet also beautiful and powerful. The scary bits are just as much part of nature as the pretty ones, and the goblins make no differentiation on which represented better or not. They incorporate it all.
Sweet.
That's what the Red Mares are taking part in.
Mm-hmm.
What would the party like to do as they do this? Last session, or last half session, Brunhilde was basically helping them pack things up, because the goblins are starting to basically pack their tents together. Wooden boards that used to be flooring have now been used as basically the flooring of carts as they assemble together these caravans that you can take a gander at down south. These caravans are loaded up with all their supplies as children and the elderly start climbing on them and getting ready for the journey ahead. Some of the elders and druids are starting to carve inscriptions into the wood of the wagons, basically magically enchanting them for the journey ahead. What their features might be is not quite sure yet, but sometimes when an enchantment is applied to the wheels, they start to tread clearer through the dirt, or when the side of the when the cloth covering it all is starting to be enchanted, it starts sprouting little leaves and twigs that start obscuring it from view and makes it appear more and more like just one large piece of foliage. And some of the druids then start wild shaping into different beasts, slowly but surely getting ready to pull these wagons as they get back into the I suppose get back into the rhythm, as in they are obviously very much guided by the elders on what to do, because this tribe has not been journeying for a while, but everybody is eagerly partaking in it and getting ready for the journey. Their wild-shaped forms look very much reminiscent of the woodlands themselves. They're covered in leaves and they have their solid parts be covered in bark. As one of the elders starts appearing as a ginormous bear, similarly covered in moss, grass, leaves, and bark, as everybody is in their own way helping the tribe carry on and hopefully avoid the Empire as they take part in their journey. Now, Aelene, Armand, and Horace, what would you like to do while the goblins are doing this?
I have a few ideas, but
Mm-hmm.
maybe like I think I would be still a little bit weak to really help.
Mm-hmm. Of course.
But I would like to go to one of the people who are tending to the equipment,
Mm-hmm.
and then I would like to be like, listen, is there any way how you can make this armor look less like imperial bullshit and more like, you know, your stuff?
You see, because of this particular scene being quite funny and interesting, you see a goblin man turn your way with a very particular halberd in his hand. His face is basically his like the lower part of his face is covered in this like leather mask, basically kind of like basic protection, as he's still lightly armored, but he appears ready for combat, but not as armored as the other goblins, as the goblin guardians used to be. For example, with the heavy metal armor that Oscar made for them. He turns to you and he says, "Why?
Why what?
Why do you need to change your armor?"
Because it's Empire armor, and I deserted, and I don't want to be affiliated with them. That's why. Sorry for my voice. I kind of woke up really badly.
Well, that does make two of us. You kind of kicked my butt yesterday, so I
Sorry about that. I did not mean to kick your butt, but I had to. But you know what I mean.
yeah, I know it's whatever. Water under the bridge, I suppose.
Yeah, you cool man.
You too? He sounds more like a question. So, do you want us to basically carve it into shape, or do you want it enchanted? Do you want like a magically illusioned thingamajiggy?
I don't want any to take any resources away from you guys. I just want like make it. You know.
I mean, carving away
Just make it.
the emblems doesn't cost us resources, just a little bit of time.
Just I don't want it to look like Empire stuff. That's all.
Right. I guess it's question first. Are you helping? Like with all this, he like points at the entire tribe, basically.
I'm going to once I find a way how to not vomit with every move I take. But yeah, I'm gonna.
he chuckles and then says, "Right, okay, yeah, we can make this work."
Okay, thanks, man.
Sure. Just drop it off with the other guardians, and we'll take care of it.
You're the best. Thanks.
He does not know what to do with the compliment. He just like slowly accepts your armor. He starts turning towards like some of the other goblin guardians as they get to work on the armor. Some of the hands seem more skilled than others, but they get the work. They get it done. They figure it out.
And then, so I'm able to be helping. I would like to find somebody in the kitchen who can give me like a hangover remedy. Anything, you know. Give me magic drops. I don't give a shit, just so that I can lift a few things.
Okay.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Good old goblin, home remedies would be nice from a goblin
Indeed.
grandma at best.
Yeah, the elder shamans would be basically your best bet. So the grandma is
Nice.
very very fitting. You find how the elders are carving these totems together with Rook, actually, because Rook is partaking. They're basically in a little circle with the Rook basically doing some maintenance on his mask, and some of them are preparing food for the journey as well. And one of the elderly grandmas, elderly ladies, would be basically cooking up some meat for the journey, getting it nice and prepared. So I'm guessing you are asking for like something to remove exhaustion.
No, not even going that much into detail. This is just like because she was out of commission for so long. Would not make sense for me role playing wise to be like, yeah, let's lift a few things.
Yeah, gotcha.
So like anything that might help role playing wise, so that Arman would be able with her disadvantage to lift a few crates, I guess.
Okay, interesting. You approach the elderly grandma who you're asking like you want to help out, but you feel like sluggish. So how do you like get past that hangover, quote unquote? And she like she grins and then says, "Ah, I got just the thing for you, Missy." She like waddles off and rummages through some baskets and like it sounds like there's like fluids bonking against each other. It's like little compartments, like they're not flasks, but they're like tiny wooden, like tiny barrels, like mugs almost, but closed. They're like bumping against each other, and she like returns to you and says, "There you go, there you go, miss. If you use this, you will be feeling as strong as a bear, and then you will be able to, get past that fatigue."
That's so sweet. Okay, thank you. Strong as a bear. I wish I would be strong as a bear. Like me. Nice.
So she hands you like kind of like quote unquote potion, but it's not in glass. It's like in a a little mug which can be closed from the top. Do you instantly drink it?
Yes.
Okay. It feels a little what's the word? It almost tastes more like soup than like a potion or like a juice or anything. It has like a very like savory feel to it, and you now are basically under the effect of enhanced ability. Bear strength, so you get advantage on all strength checks from now on.
Thank you so much. I did not even. So that's actually a straight roll then for me, right?
Yeah, and you are able to
Amazing.
basically your carrying capacity is doubled.
Holy shit. Okay, I'm
for-
beefing up.
Heck yeah, for about an hour, indeed.
Amazing. Okay, cool. I will spend then an hour, really wordlessly bringing crates, heavy lifting shit. Doing good old workout. Yeah.
Heck yeah. Please roll me a strength check in that sense.
A straight roll.
Yep. Straight roll.
Oh, thank God. Oh my God, I'm so happy. Plus 3. That means 20 in total. Thank God.
Let's go. Awesome. Heck yeah. So just to note, this is all like kind of like downtime activities. So whatever you're partaking in here, it's basically like you're slowly but surely training and getting used to certain activities. So for example, Brynhilde has been doing the same thing. Brynhilde has been helping them carry stuff around, load up the carts, the wagons, carry barrels and supplies around. So you'll be basically helping her in that as well.
Mm-hmm.
And you have the total roll was 20, right?
Yep.
All right. You receive 10 temporary hit points. That last until depleted. So basically, this will carry over even if you take like a long rest or something. It just remains until
Thank you.
You get a bonk on the head, and you have also been basically getting some exercise in, which may or may not have some effect on your body in the future. The more you do it.
Thank you so much. That's very nice.
Heck yeah. Aelene, what would you like to do?
Aelene would let me think. She would want to care for the owlbears, like get them back into original state or whatever you call it.
Yeah. So you continue just preening and removing the brimstone.
Preening, yeah, and like if there's like somewhere I can like wash them and like get them.
Yeah. I will remind you that you are exhausted, so you have 1 exhaustion, so whatever ability check you do will be with disadvantage. Do you want to get help to remedy that? If you get help, you will be doing a neutral roll instead.
I have help with Bailey.
Kind of. It's like a bunny helping with a giant owlbear. It's not going to be super efficient.
But it's a animal calming an animal.
Now, okay. Is that like the?
I would probably.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't care if it took longer time. I would just like.
Okay.
I wouldn't stress it. If it's like, oh shit, I didn't do it perfectly the first time, I would just do it again.
Okay.
But
Understood.
I would care for the owl.
You will give me then an animal handling check. It could be a dexterity animal handling check because you're trying to like basically use your hands to prick out some weird fiendish bits of the owlbear. If you want, you can make it basically dexterity check. It could be sleight of hand too, if that's preferable to you. And this will be with disadvantage. However, Bailey gives you a +2 to the check.
Let's go. So I get +7.
Heck yeah. That's a 11 + 9. Oh, that's a 20 total. That's crazy awesome with disadvantage. Okay.
Very good.
Oh yeah. So the goblins are basically doing this for a while. So as you basically use the time to slowly but surely preen the owlbear, it eventually almost it's not like fully done yet, but it appears more and more like its former glory as you see more and more of its white feathers appear, and it looks more and more like it used to. It is extremely grateful for your aid, and it's getting more and more warmed up to you. You get the feeling that the owlbear is still like very, very physically weak. So whatever happened with the transformation, or like with the devil dying, or with the mask being removed off its face, it's still quite exhausted. So kind of like you have exhaustion, it also has some sort of like debilitating thing going on, and it feels very like weak. So it's not really moving around at all. Like it just stays in the same place for the entire duration. It's just slowly but surely recovering its strength and letting you take care of its back while it basically preens its paws and everything. Slowly but surely getting things done. Awesome.
No.
You're slowly befriending this owlbear.
That's my goal all along.
Heck yeah. What would Horace be doing during this downtime? I have something funny planned for you too. The entire time, Horace was wordlessly staring at Nuvola's direction. Okay. So you just like stare at Nuvola's direction? Okay. During the time, you're basically... what's the word? Perceiving Nuvola. You eventually, while during the time of sitting around, you get this emotion of like this strange feeling again of mischief, as the tugging feeling pulls away from Nuvola and comes behind you, and then the moment that happens, you also feel like something tugging at your at the fabric of your pants. Something's tugging at your pants.
Horse tries to have a look around.
You turn around. Roll me a perception check.
It's been Hilda laying on her belly. Okay.
Slick. Okay, that's cool. You look around, and there doesn't seem to be anything there. But the tugging sensation leads you into... It's a little into the woods, but not like... Yeah, it just leads into the direction of the woods, really. That's what you're feeling right now.
Horse proceeds to follow that feeling.
Okay. You follow the tugging sensation. It leads you into the bushes and the at the corner of the tribe's territory, I suppose. And that tugging sensation guides your nose, kind of, almost. And you eventually hear a voice speak up, just saying, "Psst, hey."
Horse responds in an unsure stutter. Hi, hello?
You take a look around and you call out for this voice until, like, almost like out of nothingness, out of thin air, basically at the height of your waist, something starts appearing. The shape starts forming itself to become like a head, and the moment it appears, you notice it has very, very young features. It seems to be a tiny young boy. Coming into view is a young boy, barely 2 digits in age, who possesses strangely colored skin that ranges from an ashen grey to patches of dark blue with glowing spots that contain sparkling freckles, particularly on his cheeks and down his neck, that move and change, sometimes connecting through lines like constellations. Sporting on his head are 2 tiny horns, akin to that of a tiefling, while the thing that stands out the most are his eyes, which appear to shift between phases of the moon, going from crescent to full, depending on which angle you look at it from, being a full moon in one eye and a new moon in the other, when making direct eye contact. He sports an innocent smile on his face while huddled up in kind of like a cloak, but it's weird because the cloak goes back, so his head appears, but you don't see the rest of his body at all. Just his head at the moment, just floating in space, kind of. Seeing him for the first time, you get these strange flashes, almost like the dreams you are having, and you recognize him from when back with the general, when you were trying to peer into the future. You remember something like a very tiny person being extremely important. You recognize him as that. And what's particularly unique is that the moment you lay eyes on him, you get this feeling that the dream you had last night, usually when those kinds of dreams appear, they just fade into your subconscious almost. But the moment he basically comes into view, you feel more and more like you remember what actually happened in the dream, which is a first for you, because usually these kinds of sensations, they just come and go. They come into your head and then dissipate again, like a subconscious thought that only remains for a brief second. And he simply looks up at you. He just says, "Hi."
Horse responds saying, hi?
Are you... Actually, wait, no, that doesn't make sense. Sorry. I feel like I know you, but also don't. Do you know what I mean?
No, not really.
It's how do I explain this? I feel like I've seen you. Hi.
Hello? Who are you?
I'm Adil. I'm, I suppose, on the journey. Sorry, it's just when I noticed you, I saw you in the dream. I think at least someone like you was weird. It was weird. But I feel like you're important, so I wanted to say hi and shake your hand. I guess. He like raises his from the cloak. The invisible hand appears and just like stretches out towards you.
Horse shakes his hand before asking whether or not Horse gets the same feeling of deja vu.
Yeah, 100%. Especially considering that you've gotten a vision. It wasn't as like, what's the word? It wasn't a clear vision, because yeah, oftentimes your visions are more like a vibe or like a feeling than an actual picture. But the sense of deja vu becomes stronger, especially upon like shaking his hand. You get the sense that you have seen him before. It wasn't that specific vision when you were with the general and he was asking you for another vision, so to speak. If you see something else, if you see something new.
I have seen you, I think.
We're both kind of confused, aren't we?
Yeah.
It's weird because, like, I was the only one who really felt this way. So, I suppose it's kind of. I just wanted to introduce myself and I guess get to know you.
Of course. Who are you exactly?
I'm, I suppose, kind of, how do I explain this? I don't know. I don't know how to answer that. It's just that I have dreams and visions, and there's a lot of weird things happening, and I don't know. I guess I feel like what do you want me to explain right now? Like, who am I? I gave you my name. What do you want to know?
I guess why or how you are here?
Oh, right. So he like points towards Amun's troop, and then says, they used to take me on a big journey. I'm trying to get somewhere where I'm safe. It's a wonderful place, is what they told me. It's like it's where my dad is waiting for me, and I'm hoping to go see my dad and hopefully find this place that's super nice. Apparently, I don't know where it is. It's just they said that I'm gonna be safe with Mr. Nuvola now, and well, I guess you guys too, because you're coming with. That's what you said, right?
We are still figuring out the details, I guess.
Right, makes sense, of course. It's kind of weird and funny because like I felt really compelled to speak to you, but I don't know what to say. So now I'm here, and I just like, I kind of want to talk, but I don't know what to talk about.
You said you've seen me in visions? How did they appear?
I guess like dreams. Sometimes I sleep and then I see strange things. Oh, something that's also funny is that I can am I supposed to say this? I don't know. I trust you. It's whatever. I don't know what you would do with this information anyway. I can feel people's emotions, and like sometimes when that happens, I also feel like something might happen, and it's like an emotion soup. But that soup is like, you know, if you have like letter soup, right? And it's when you form letters into letter soup, it starts forming words. That's kind of how it feels like. Sometimes someone's angry, right? And then I feel that he's going to hit someone, and that's kind of what I feel. And then I try to stop them if I don't want anybody to get hurt. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
Cool. That's the first time anybody said that it makes sense. Do you feel? How do you? Why do you understand? Do you know what I'm talking about? Have you felt the same way?
In a similar way, but not quite the same. I don't know how it works, but I've seen the future or possible futures before they have occurred.
I guess it is kind of like future sight, right? You kind of feel like, oh no, something's happening, and then you like move to do something because you don't want it to happen, or maybe you want to stop it, or maybe you want to help, or maybe you can do something. That's so cool. Do you want to be friends?
Okay. Of course.
Thanks. How can I call you?
My name is Horace.
Cool. Is Horace just fine? Do you want Mr. Mrs.? Do you want
Just Horace is fine. No need for formalities.
Oh, okay. Right. I will be, I suppose, leaving. I will still be there, but I don't know what to say anymore. I'll come up with new questions, and then we can talk again, right? Does that sound good?
Yes, yeah, of course.
Cool. He sounds like really giddy and excited, and for a brief second, you feel this emotion of like giddiness wash over you as well, as if like it's part of your own feelings as well. And then he nods to himself, puts the cloak back on, and he turns back invisible. And you hear like tiny footsteps going through the bushes. As you see like the bushes rustle, but there's like nothing there. He's completely invisible as he walks off. Okay. what else would Horace like to do?
Why do you always make such cute characters? You know, like we also have hearts. I can only take on that much. It's always every session with you, somebody who is so wholesome.
I don't know. I like likable characters, or I don't know. I have a very specific kind of vibe that I really enjoy in characters.
I just said kawaii vibe.
All right. yeah, Horace, the downtime is still continuing. So how would you like to spend it, as the tribe is basically getting ready for the journey? Horace proceeds to slowly make their way back to everybody else, while glancing over to Nuvola's direction, as they do.
Do you know what I mean? You look at me, I look at you.
Eventually, as you're basically staring Nuvola's way, he, at some point during their preparations, comes in your direction, and just like, he's obviously noticed your gaze, and he just like walks up to you and says,
I'm taken.
No. He says, Horace, do you need something to do? Do you want me to give you a task? Horace stutters, sure, okay, yeah. He's a little confused, but then says, okay, how do you feel, how do you feel you want to help? Are you good with magics? Are you good with enchantments? Or do you feel like physically able? Horace responds, I can probably carry a thing or two. Okay, excellent. Brunhilde and Arman are already helping out, so you can join them if you want. Horace shakily accepts. Excellent. Please roll me an athletics check as you join the gang to...
Horace literally sounding like they're gun to the head. Okay.
It's you don't know how difficult it is for me to like replicate that vibe with the little boy who is like the same confusion. there's a certain talent in sounding confused and lost. All right.
Yeah.
The party is slowly but surely getting ready for the journey ahead. I'm guessing everybody has planning to head back to Laudon for one last time before heading out.
Yes.
Okay.
I have one question. Is there a moment in which Arman can be alone?
Of course.
Yeah. Because I
Oh my
think she's
God.
ready now.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness! Oh my goodness!
Yeah. So I would like to, once the last crate has been placed in the wagon and the sweat has been rinsed, so to speak, I would like to take the saddle and go into a privacy of the woods with a clearing, if possible. I would imagine somewhere, in the south from the camp. And with a saddle and be alone a little bit.
Awesome.
And I would like to sit across the saddle, like in front of it, and stare at it for 5 minutes blankly because I have no idea what to do.
Heck yeah.
Yep. Probably I would send, test it out, when you talk to, somebody who's not there, but you need to speak something out loud, really awkwardly, hey, how you doing? No response, obviously.
Yeah, it is just a saddle. It's not a speaking saddle. Or
In the background.
Yeah, it does not have consciousness.
In the background, you just hear this judgmental chirping of a bird. But yeah. And then I try to close my eyes and attune to it again. I'm already attuned to it, but go back to the connection and be sitting there a little bit.
Yeah. The forest has gotten a lot more lively since last you checked. Like when you entered, it was like eerily quiet.
Mm-hmm.
And after defeating Ram, it has gotten. You've been hearing birds a lot more. You've been hearing the rustling in the bushes. At some point, some little squirrel comes up, like looks at you, and just like stares at you for a couple of seconds, not knowing what to do. Eventually, just scurries off away again. Some of the birds start pecking at the saddle, and the wildlife is just like encompassing you as you're alone with your own thoughts. You hear a little bit of the like hustle and bustle of the tribe because you hear goblins yell to each other, "Hey, can you get me this?" So on and so forth, but you can't understand because it's goblin. So yeah, there's a lot of commotion, but you're far enough for it to be background noise and not too bothersome.
Okay. In my thoughts, I would like to think in Celestial. I'm gonna start like speaking or internally in Celestial. And be like, "Hey friend, are you there?"
Do you wish for the saddle to summon the creature to speak to it?
Yes.
Okay. The saddle, slowly but surely, becomes warm to the touch. It becomes engulfed in this heat, and it becomes more and more kind of like hot coals, difficult to the touch, and you feel it raise slowly but surely from the ground as flames start licking at the saddle from below, and the shape starts flicking around. You're worried for a second that like the bushes might get burned, but the flames themselves are almost immaterial. It's like they are their own master. They get to decide who gets to witness the heat and who doesn't. As slowly but surely the shape begins to form more and more into a flaming equine beast, a horse pure red and its mane completely lit ablaze, same as its tail. It has these crystal blue eyes as it's slowly but surely rising up from its hooves and standing up on its leg, kind of like a foal who has just learned their first 2 steps and get up on their feet, a little unsure, but doing their damnedest to lift themselves up with grace until coming face to face with you is the mythical red mare.
Oh, it's so pretty. Hello.
is that in character?
No, it's me. But you would probably think the same. Why are you so pretty? Yeah, I think Adawan is like, oh, like, all-faced, you know, like, you know, the holy shit face? Like, she has that.
The creature, like flicks its head left and right as the flames kind of like spark off in every direction, and it almost like takes a step back and lifts one of its the front legs. There you go. It lifts it up and it looks almost like what's the word? It's very graceful. It appears regal in nature.
It lifts it up like I should. Is it like a gesture? Do I read it as a gesture?
You can roll me insight if you want, or animal handling, whichever you
Oh
think
no,
would be most.
I have disadvantage. Okay.
Unfortunately,
here we
you
go.
do, but you do have animal handling proficiency from a funny feature that I gave you.
Oh yeah, true.
So whichever you prefer, the DC will be different.
Okay.
Animal
I
handling
would
will
like
be
to take the.
yeah
Okay.
lower.
I'm
DC.
checking that on my character sheet then because it was not checked.
Heck yeah.
Okay, good. Yeah, 14.
So, you know how You know how sometimes certain nobles have this like higher than thou attitude. They're like, they have this very regal appearance, but it's very like almost like posh. That's kind of like how it feels right now. She feels like you should be honored to be in their presence.
Hashtag Brett. Princess treatment. Okay, no problem. All right. I just smirk a little bit and then I bow.
Okay, interesting. Roll me persuasion as you do the bowing motion.
Disadvantage.
I keep forgetting. It's okay, you're doing great.
It's a natural 1, so here you go.
Damn, what's the modifier? Like total result? Your charisma is pretty good.
Oh my god, +6. It's a 7 in total.
Okay.
Holy shit. Okay.
Okay, so it's
I
higher
forgot
than
my
5.
charisma.
It's higher than 5. Below, 5 and below is like, okay, like 5 and below is like complete out of failure. That's like you haven't accomplished anything, basically.
Okay. Okay.
It still looks very like posh, but it instead of bowing or anything, it just kind of gives you like a nodding motion as its like neck starts to like go down a little, and just like the Red Mare acknowledges your existence.
Mm-hmm.
Can you give me your languages, by the way?
My languages.
Yes.
Common, Celestial, Undercommon, Gnomish.
I needed to double check if they speak Celestial. I do not believe they do. Nope. It looks around. It's kind of like after the greeting, it kind of tries to get a feel for its surroundings, to look around where it is.
Sorry, I did not think of, adding a whole greeting party. It's just me here. I'm Amun. We're in the woods, I know it's weird. But I assure you, I'm with the Red Mare tribe as of now. The candle did a thing. I'm honored to be in your presence.
While it was looking around, after like mentioning the Red Mare tribe and the candle, it, like flicks its head back to you, like it obviously understands what you're saying.
Okay, cool. I can talk to portions apparently. Okay.
It just doesn't really like you can't understand anything it's like trying to convey if it can speak. It doesn't really like move its mouth or anything. It's just like you just hear the flames slowly like flickering and crackling in the distance. And as you like mention the Red Mare tribe and that you're with them, you see how the flames on their mane start to like blaze up for a second. You feel the heat wave over you, but for a brief moment, even like the low-hanging trees and like the leaves of the trees, even though they're like shortly for just a second engulfed in these flames, they're once the mane reduces itself to its normal size, they are unharmed and untouched.
Okay, good. You can hear them in the background, like...
It like slowly starts like looking your way and then looking back towards where the noise is coming from, and just like goes that way towards the tribe.
Okay, I'm following you, I guess. So is that real fire? Oh, you don't want to say anything. Okay, all right. Just keep on talking at it.
you as you like say, is that real fire? You like feel how you see how its like tail flicks against like one of the bushes. You see for a moment it like catches fire and get extremely weird, but then it's just like immediately, without even like starting to spread the fire, it just turns into like coal and ash and just like flutters away in the wind.
Okay, cool.
And just keeps going.
As it goes front, like I'm touching my eyebrows really quick to make sure that they're still there. I guess I follow the princess.
Heck yeah! I don't want to say the word, but princess is like the exact like vibe you're getting.
I love it.
Awesome. As she kind of like leaves the woods and enters the basically the presence of the tribe, she like gets on her hind legs, makes a big scene, and starts neighing out into the open. As the entire tribe just like stops what they're doing, looks their way, and then no one's moving for like a couple of moments. You just hear like one pair of footsteps, and it is in fact the woman who has introduced herself as Shaima, who is approaching as everybody else is frozen.
I'm just standing next to it awkwardly, like I have no idea what I got myself into.
she
I'm so exhausted for everything right now.
Honestly, so fair. She continues approaching as the tribe just like stares and watches. They don't know what the heck is going on, and Shaima just kind of like takes the red mare at like their snout and just like gives them a hug, and then says, in surprisingly enough, in common, "It has been long while." She like then turns towards you, and then says, "I see you have a new journey to embark on."
I mean, yeah, I just don't. I wish to know what. Yeah, I am.
I was speaking to her, not you, but yes, you also are partaking in the same journey.
I'm just not saying anything anymore.
She like takes a step closer and then says, "Introduce yourself." She is moody and she is proud, but she will be a great companion once you learn to tame her flames.
Oh my god, Brad Tamer. Okay. Anyway, my name is Arman. I like good meat and good beer.
Very well. You will see that she is also a great enjoyer of the simplest things of life. But if you wish to impress her, you might have to try a little harder. She's not easily persuaded by foods, so to speak. She's not a base beast after all.
I also fight, I say.
Good. She has been part of many warrior tribes before.
Yeah. I am loyal.
Very good.
I like my friends. And I hope to be on the right side of a good cause.
Excellent. I suppose my approaching you is unusual and strange. But her and I used to be riding across the plains long ago. Yeah?
I trust you. Look, I haven't slept, I feel like, in 48 hours, so everything seems like a little bit like a dream to me. I promise you, Red Mare, that I am usually not disoriented.
However, maybe if you explain to her what Nuvola explained to me, you might impress her.
What do you mean exactly?
The reason why you're tired.
It's not because of base hangover, just because you had a little too much to drink, but because you were fighting the good
I wish
fight,
it
as they
was
say.
Well, listen, like, there was this dream sequence with my friends, and, I should impress. Okay, I'm honest. We fought, I kinda died twice, and then came back to life twice, but we won, I think. And that's why I'm tired. And before that, there was like a huge devil thing here, that we also fought, and we kind of survived.
Okay.
And
roll me persuasion with advantage while you're talking.
so straight roll, thank you.
Yep, indeed.
Oh my god, thank you so much. Oh my god, that is a 22.
Hell yeah!
I rolled a 16.
As you tell tales about having been in strange dreams, fighting devil creatures, whatever, dying twice, like, after mentioning these strange occurrences, the Red Mare pays a lot more attention to you. It gives you like a side eye, like it tries to play it cool, but it's like kind of like taking aback by what you're saying. It's like, really?
Yeah.
It's like kind of like, huh, really? But like it tries to play it cool.
Cool. So really princess, I love it so much. Alright,
Yeah,
okay. Oh my god. You know, like this trope of like the knight and the shining armor and the turns out the princess is the horse actually.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So anyway, like as you clearly see, I have no idea what I'm doing, but I think we've tied to fate. So how about this? Like, if you don't like it, then you know, we can arrange something, I guess. But I would really appreciate your help in taking on a fight against devils and evil to save the lands that are here and to help our community and to help our friends. And you know, you are your own person as I am, and I respect you and I hope you respect me and that we can work with each other. And I think I need a coffee. Sorry. Yeah.
Okay.
Also, I am really good with a stick. Not with a stick. I'm more than, you know, with a billhook. And I can show off a few tricks with, you know, doing push-ups and all that I can do too. Okay, it's I'm there. And I walk a little bit away.
That's
to
why
wash
I
my face with water.
You see, you hear Shayma kind of like giggle behind the mask, and then says, "You have been through a lot. Maybe you were just looking for the present of a friend, but she will be good company, I will assure you. You seem quite, I suppose the right word would be honest to a fault. So, one thing that one thing that she despises more than all is liars and deceivers. So long as you're honest with her and honest with yourself, you will find a good friend in her."
Okay, that is making it a little less. Look, this has been thrown onto me, and I mean, I'm delighted. Yeah, like I really am. It's just that suddenly, like I appear here, I deserted. There was like a huge ass fight. We nearly died at least 5 times within the last 48 hours. Then there's a huge destiny. Then I realized that the presence of my god that I dearly worship and adore is not what I thought. I think I need to sleep, man. I'm sorry. I'm just a little sleepy. And I think, you know, like I would be more enthusiastic and I need to lie down.
Shaima turns to like the red mare, and you hear the red mare's like flames continue to crackle and sizzle as the goblinoid lady tries to like it almost sounds like she's imitating the sounds of like crackling fire and the sizzling of flames with her tongue as she like the red mare just like nods towards her, and then the goblin lady turns back to you and says, you will find great comfort in her warmth. It is a healing warmth, and perhaps it will help your aching bones recover a little better. Once you're rested, we can have a little bit of a talk about. She like does a quotation marks about your destiny and such.
Okay, thank you. And then I turn to the red mare and I bow again, just not as deeply as in the beginning, just really shortly.
Don't want to stroke the ego too much.
No. That is like a hugest ego.
That's awesome.
I'm like, there's gonna be an interesting relationship with that force.
Heck
Especially
yeah.
with Amun, who's like a soldier girl, you know? Nothing.
The knight and her princess.
Oh, yeah, totally. And I'm like, okay, as long, you know, let's be friends. Like, okay, good night. Bye. And I currently turn around to back to the tents to sleep at least an hour.
Okay.
Before we leave to Laudon.
You go to the tents, and like the red mare follows you into the tent, lies down next to you, and
I did not expect that. It follows me.
You feel its warmth kind of like help you a lot, like you know, like when you're sleeping next to a radiator, it just feels kind of like comfy and warm. That's what it feels like.
Okay.
But when you like look at the red mare at her face, her expression is very much like, yeah, I'm just doing this as a favor to Shaima, not really for you, or something like that. Especially like after they had a little chat in like whatever fire language they spoke. She her warmth feels nice, but yeah, princess.
Okay, I think I'm gonna change the name from what I had idea to princess.
That's awesome.
Seriously. No, seriously. Okay, cool. I'm gonna pretend like I would probably fall asleep a little later, because it's a little, you know, suddenly there's a horse behind me that is radiating, and I don't know. It's really awkward. I just met that person, but I think I would just, you know, it's really nice and warm, so I think at some point I would really enjoy it.
There's no fault in enjoying it.
Yeah, it's warm, it's
Yeah.
nice, you know, it's
Heck yeah.
ground is cold, all good.
Alright. That's freaking awesome. I completely forgot about, like, we were supposed to do this, and I was like, oh, okay, heck yeah, let's do this. Alright. Yeah, the party just sees this majestic red horse with flaming mane and tail just like walk past everybody, just like into the tent next to Armand just laying down. Might be a strange sight, but you know.
Honestly, not as strange as seeing suddenly the devils with 1,000 eyes in the forest, so I think...
You've been through a lot this day, so not too much that can surprise you. So, we will continue on from here, and we will commence the next portion of this journey, which will be your visit to Laudon, because there's still some unfinished business you may or may not want to take care of before heading out in earnest and leaving the village behind. So Amun helps out as best as she can, but I will say that while the goblin tribe is preparing and everybody else is helping out, you will get a long rest, so you will have 1 exhaustion removed.
Thank you.
As you get a little snooze on next to the majestic beast, the princess.
I just opened, by the way, a D&D Celestial Translator, and I found Your Majesty as a name is Chef, which is, I think, a good name. So
That's
I
awesome.
think I'm sending you a screenshot.
Heck yeah.
Also, I don't know, like, sorry, but you guys watch She-Ra? Like, I have so many She-Ra vibes with Grey Wind, or Swift Wind, and Power of Grayskull. Just saying, hang on.
That's freaking awesome.
Yeah.
I lost the track that I wanted to play. Oh well, I'll just play this one. This is also good. Okay. Is everybody ready for basically, you know, basically leaving this map behind and getting on with the journey to make their way to Laudon?
Yes.
So,
Okay. You, I have last session. Something that I have asked of Grimmy is to, because he is part of the scouting squad going ahead and scouting the area to see for any threats along the way. And those threats, of course, also include Laudon and any strange individuals that might be around the area. And Shitai would be able to report back that the village seems a lot more lively, so to speak. There's a lot of activity going on with some of the goblin scouts that he's been with, informing you all that similarly to how Armand's armor has looked, regal, shining, and quite eye-catching, more people wearing that armor have been spotted in Laudon. It seems that Empire activity has picked up in the village, and for one reason or another, there's a lot more Empyrean soldiers around.
Is the horse with me?
If you would like her to be, yeah.
I think I'm gonna bring her along because, you know, and it's probably gonna be very funny for the rest because I'm really uncomfortable. But I'm still speaking to the horse, and I feel like a crazy person, you know, who speaks to somebody who's not there, in the train, for example.
The funniest bit is, right, you speak to the horse, and to you it feels like you're going crazy. But however, Horus actually understands what the horse is saying. As Horus knows Primordial, and that is basically their main language, how they communicate. The crackling of flames, the licking, the sizzling, all those little noises communicate ideas, feelings, and emotions. And it is the dialect known as Ignan, which is basically the language of fire. So it is very much it to the layman. It just sounds like a fireplace. Maybe it sounds like an inferno. Maybe it sounds like something burning in the oven. But to Horus, who can translate these sounds into meaning, understands the horse, the red mare, and can translate if they so please.
I'm looking at you desperately. Horus. Can you ask the name, please? What's your name? Can you translate the name for me? So I have something else than red mare.
Horus goes on to ask what the red mare's name is. Okay. Do you ask in common? Luna says no. Okay. I assume you will also respond in the same kind of language she's taking up. Basically, the tongue of flames. Excellent.
Do you sound suddenly like a fireplace?
Yeah, basically. As the red mare kind of delivers not really a name, but more like the idea that names are temporary and that they only hold meaning to those who wish to simplify the act of addressing somebody. It's basically they're telling you that they don't really care what you call them. So, it's more like they don't really utilize the concept of names.
I think I'm just staring at the horse because I just need something to grab on, and that is not really helping. But sure, okay. How old are you?
It answers in the same tongue as Horace translates to the best of their ability. It has been generations. It has been many experiences. The way they perceive time is in the amount of generations of people they've seen pass by, and it is countless. They describe it as hundreds of generations.
That's pretty cool. So what does that mean? Like you understand me, I just don't understand you? Basically?
They just kind of nod.
Okay. Cool. Anything I should know that you don't like? Since we're working together?
You hear the flames flare up for a second as if she's like a little mad, and then you Horace hear how the red mare is communicating that they really dislike apples, despite the fact they keep getting apples served.
Okay, good to know. Good to know. This is that. No apples for you. No problem. I will gladly never give you apples, Your Majesty.
Your Majesty. That's awesome.
Oh my god! I imagined the times I never expected it to be a fucking princess, and I'm living it. I love it so much.
Heck yeah.
Okay. Anything you like exceptionally?
They communicate the idea. Oh, sorry.
Sugar cubes?
Funny. They communicate the idea that they enjoy basically foodstuffs that has a very distinct transformation when exposed to heat. So no, not sugar cubes. They love caramel because it's basically sugar slowly turning into like a melting form, turning into caramel. They're a big fan of caramel, and they're also a enjoyer of just dry sticks and dry wood, firewood basically. They enjoy consuming dry leaves. So things that are not just easily flammable, but also things that get more interesting the more heat they're exposed to.
Cool. I can work with that. Alrighty.
Okay. I like how I'm trying to introduce the village, and now it's just getting into like couple therapy, where like you're just trying to get along with the princess. Jokes aside. You would receive information that alongside those Empyrean
soldiers who have been seen coming in and out of the tavern a lot, for example. There's also because Grimmy has rolled like really good. He was like 27 or something. He also witnessed two very, very unique looking squads. One of which is under the, I suppose, supervision of the general, who has been congregating to the northern edges of the village, where the tents used to be with the artisans who have been forging different kinds of materials. The soldiers have been accumulating, and Lupus has been overseeing it, alongside a kind of new figure, a lieutenant, who seems to be, however, under the under the command of General Lupus. So they're definitely below rank in him to him. Even though their armor is like more shining and golden, they have like this big red strand of hair going down from the back of the helmet. They are taking commands from him. Aside from that, you also know that the obviously the barracks are also filled with guards and different kinds of aspiring Templars. However, the second interesting squad is a completely different one. This one is under the I suppose the guidance of a armored, like a gigantic armored individual with a horned helmet, who is in the company of 4 heavily armored individuals, who all appear to have these giant, majestic wings. 2 of them are wielding lances and shields, while the other 2 are wielding ginormous bows that are basically the size of like 2 whole people. And sorry.
I just want to just to say that I'm gonna put on a hood on. Just that's all.
Heck yeah. Upon hearing the fact that they have shields, you get the feeling that they might not be Templars, because Templars are very, very specifically trained to abandon shields. They wield their body as weapons. So whoever these armored individuals are, they might not be Templars, unless something changed in like how Templars are trained or raised. But the way you know is that a Templar never uses a shield. And yeah, the town seems it seems a little bit more on high alert as these things are occurring. And the party, how do you wish to approach the village? Do you wish to simply enter it through the main roads? Do you wish to go through the forest, or like past the farm? Do you wish to do it more inconspicuously? What you would know is definitely that the east side of the village is a lot harder to maneuver and navigate than the west side right now. The west side has like residential areas, it has shops, it has the brewery and the farm, and the port. So that's the vendor. Oh, and the goblin shop is that way too, so if you want to pick up your stuff from the goblin shop or something. However, the east side seems a little more tricky to sort out. This squadron would be positioned around the barracks. They were when Shitai spotted them speaking to the rangers in the Rangers Guild, but now they are no longer there.
Can I roll for investigation or anything if anybody looks familiar?
From the soldiers?
Yep.
Okay. Roll me, roll me investigation or insight. Either or.
Mm-hmm.
Investigation if you're trying to like check for sorry. It could also be perception. It's perception if you're just like looking for faces you recognize. Insight if you're
looking for like mannerisms, like certain people compose themselves a certain way, or investigation.
I would like to.
Yeah.
I would like to roll insight to then for the mannerism because I would like to inform the party
Yep.
how in what kind of hierarchy they are and how to
Okay.
approach them if you know.
All right. Please roll me insight then.
I did that is a insight. I
Oh.
rolled a 12
Okay, sweet.
plus 3, so 16 in total. Yeah, 15.
Gotcha. So you're approaching the town through like the main, entrance, right? Like you're just going through, or are you trying to like stay hidden, cloaked? You have a hood, yes, but are you just entering through the road, or are you doing anything special, like using the woods or like the, I don't know. There's a lot of ways you can go about this, depending on how you feel.
I think I don't know. Like we are a big crowd, and there's like horse that is literally from flames. I think it's kind of hard to hide.
Yeah. If you're worried about the horse, you can dismiss it back into the saddle. That's up to you, how you want to do that.
I don't know. You guys should have dismissed the horse, the Majesty.
Your Majesty. Depends on if you think you need the horse in the city, in the not city,
Okay.
Village, town.
Okay, Your Majesty, I would like to ask you to take your quarters for a few hours, if that is all right with you.
Like does a nodding motion your way, and then
Thank you.
disappears into
I
the
take care of
flames.
you. And as it disappears, I'm just really like a gigantic sigh of relief. A little bit.
Ooh, that's a lot of pressure. Ooh, that's a lot of stress.
Yep.
Okay. If the party would like to roll me, a general charisma stealth check, just how like as a group you're unassuming. Like if you as a group catch a lot of attention.
So stealth.
Yeah, charisma stealth, because you're not trying to like stay hidden behind walls or something or in bushes, but you're like going into the town without seeming to appear too conspicuous.
We still roll with disadvantage, right?
Those with exhaustion, yes, unfortunately.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Does that
Just-
include me? Hang on. How
Yes.
many are we at?
Yeah. Aelene, Brunhilde, and Armand both all have 1 exhaustion each. Okay, nice.
By the way, Aelene, not
Oh,
really
true.
getting anything about it, fucking everything. She would not like understand if like she's supposed to be hiding. That goes over her head. So she would just start walking. She has like one-track mind in a way.
Are you
Map,
sure?
armor. What do you mean? Are you sure?
I will reiterate that Nuvola mentioned how if the Empire is aware of the fact that like some kind of devil activity has been afoot with the tribe, and you guys went that way, there might be at least let's say tension at the very least if the Empyreans catch your eye.
Wait, do they know there was the devil?
It's basically like
Yeah,
so
they know.
they might know. They might very well know. One of their diviners, Esma, their diviner, has been able to sense the fact that there was some kind of like mega devil here, which is worrying and why they were there in the first place. So they brought the whole troop because it's like fuck, red alert, right?
Oh, she
if-
was the
if-
one that helped me, right?
Huh? Yeah, exactly. The shaman. Oh, sorry. The shaman was the one who helped cure everything. The diviner was the fishbowl person. That was the diviner. They were basically, technically speaking, just like in like D&D terms, a diviner is kind of like someone who can, one, either see into the future or something like that. Two, they can scry places, like they can scry different far away places and find out things about them. Or they can sense stuff, like they can try locate certain things. They can, so basically they're very like, they're seers, also called. They're also called like seers. Yeah, just so I deliver the idea of what a diviner is supposed to be doing. Yeah, and if basically the idea is if the Empire have their own diviners here, they might like have a similar vibe right now, and there's a lot of activity going on, which might imply that something is afoot. It's just not really clear, because the convoy was already here, like Armand arrived with this convoy, but it's not this. It's not been this like, I suppose.
Yeah. Actually, I came
tension.
alone.
Yeah. No, wait. You came alone to the village?
Yes, I came alone to the village. I deserted, right? I stole away from the camp.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. True. However, after you stole away from camp, it seems like those from camp, I'm gonna call them Templar aspirants because kind of like you, they were trying to be soldiers, have been sitting around the city a lot more. I keep calling it city, it's not that big, around the village, around the town. So they wear similar armor to you, which makes them like stand out as in, yeah.
Okay, then Aelene would be trying to inconspicuous, or whatever it's called, sneakily go to the map.
Okay.
She still wants her map.
Yeah, of course. Do you want to?
I'll go with you, right? Or do you want to go alone?
Doesn't
Yeah.
matter.
How do you want to do it?
I could go alone
Where?
to be more inconspicuous. I can't say the word.
Inconspicuous. Yeah. Don't worry. Sneakily.
Sneaky.
You just need to go to the Rangers Guild, which is luckily enough like pretty close to the entrance of the village.
I'm gonna go with you. I don't want you to go alone.
Okay.
Is that
Which
not
reminds
a
me of
risk? Because Amun's known.
Sorry?
Amun, is it better for you to go and get your armor?
She she did request the armor be basically concealed, so it's not as easily to tell that it is Imperial armor. Do you wear it
but
right now, Arman?
I thought it was
Just-
still
just-
in work, but
Depends on
is it
like
still in work?
like the more you let them work on it, the more concealed it will be, basically.
Okay, I think I'm not wearing it right now.
Okay. And that makes it easier to stealth as well, because the armor gives you disadvantages to stealth, for example. Actually, well, it doesn't to you, but you know, either way,
Yeah, I know.
it's easier to hide without. Yeah.
But
So
isn't,
Brynhilder, horse.
Isn't that
I forget
guy
what
making
business
stuff
we-
for us?
Sorry, what were we saying?
That guy, isn't he making stuff for us?
Yeah. There's also a goblin who is making items for you in the goblin shop.
Isn't
if you want
it
to visit
better
him.
for our man to go there to get?
Do you want
stuff
me
for-
not to be with you here in this moment? I say. Do you want to get
I
rid of
don't
me?
care. But it might be better for you to go because you stand out, shiny and all.
No, she doesn't wear armor. She just has like
I'm not.
you
No,
know,
but
basic
she's
clothes on her.
goldy and shiny.
That's very
Maybe.
cute. Thank you. You're also very golden and shiny. I mean, I don't know if you want.
The thing is, I'm fucking red. I stand out like a sore thumb. If
I mean,
you walk
so-
next to me, you're gonna stand out.
That's all right by me. I don't want you to go alone. Do this together as a team.
But we are more flashy if we go group, full ass group.
That is true. That is true. I mean, that's why I'm saying like we go together and not so that you at least you're not alone. If the Templars are getting, then we don't know.
but
You
if
know.
you are trying to hide from Templars, you should not go with the one that's fucking a red flashlight right now.
That is true.
You
Okay.
go with the person with the gun toward the head, and I take Brynhilder, the tired one.
Sounds good. Okay. We exchange places, I guess.
Yes.
Okay. I'll go back.
So Arman and Horace, and then Brynhilder.
Brynhilder
Aelene.
and...
Who else? Well, yeah, we'll leave Rook and Shatai for now. We'll discuss what they're doing next session. Once you guys know what you're doing, and once we figure that out, we're gonna call it a session anyway. So we're not gonna pass by Laudon without letting them do stuff, basically. So yeah, you want to get your map. Let's continue on with you first, Aelene and Brynhilder. Yeah, this side of town is pretty calm. You see Axe Potion Shop, Potion Shop. Jesus Christ. However, you also know that at the end of this road, there's the village checkpoint with the guards. So you might not want to follow it too far if you're trying to.
No.
Yeah, stay.
I'm just trying to get to the maps.
Okay. I'm guessing you're making your way to the guild.
Making my way that. Sorry. Yes.
Make your way there and enter. And after speaking to some clerks, getting things started, you eventually catch an eye of Aelene, who, again, with their little black cat wrapped around his neck, kind of like a scarf almost, it greets you, saying, you made it back.
Yes.
Excellent. Right. Did you get the gold reward at least?
Okay, yes, I got the gold. Now I want the map.
Excellent. Right. It wasn't quite done yet, so we weren't we weren't able to set it off with Amun, but I can hand it over to you now. He walks over to one of the shelves, and he's pulling some drawers and looking through some stuff. He pulls out an item and walks over to you with it. It is quite simply a stick with a fork at the end. So really, what it looks like is just a dowsing rod. It's kind of just like a stick that goes into a fork going two ways, and then he hands it over to you and says, "There you go."
Grabs it and just she looks at it, and it's just a blank stare because she's trying to what the actual fuck was I just handed? She's seeing a map in her head, comparing it to the map in the head, and she's so lost.
You are trying to head to the the Fjoldi Woods, are you not? The forest that you spoke of?
Yes.
Well, yeah. Considering that the Feywilds work in strange and mysterious ways, this is basically the closest thing to a map you're going to get. You're going to be getting. It is going to be the way you use it is basically you describe to it what you're looking for, and it will do the best in its power to guide you that way.
Is it me you're looking for? Sorry. But is this fork stick only for Fjoldi, or is it can I say I'm looking for a donut and it leads me to a donut?
It is specifically tuned to only be maneuvering you through the Fjoldi Woods. Reason why is that each forest has their own little quirks, so to speak. Navigating them is, well, technically impossible. Especially if the Feywild doesn't want you around much, it might just spit you out.
Why likes me?
Yeah, indeed. So this thing will be able to guide you through it all, and it'll be doing the trick basically. Don't be confused by its appearance. It is actually the best way of maneuvering through it.
It's a Fjoldi forest compass.
Yeah, basically. You will have to pay extra attention to, changes to the dowsing rod. If you get the feeling that it's suddenly pointing a different direction, that means that the forest has changed, and you should follow its lead. There's nothing wrong with it if it changes directions. It just means that, the forest around you has shifted, kind of like a labyrinth, and without something like this, you would be quite, you might just not make it out at all anymore.
Gotcha.
All right. Excellent. And before you leave, just make sure to keep a low profile. The guards are pretty, I suppose, on higher alert. They have been here and questioned me for a while. The town guards were pretty friendly, I suppose, but once the Imperials started coming through, they were quite quick to try, I suppose, find a scapegoat. They're trying to look for he does quotation marks, devil worshippers and heretics. So you might want to be careful.
So my red appearance might not be good.
Oh no.
Yeah, you do look different. Yeah, especially a little more fiery,
apparently,
which might.
Apparently, I can change season.
Yeah, I've met some. I've met a handful of Eladrin who can do that, change their seasons. Sometimes it's, random, depending on how their mood is. Sometimes they sort of meditate to try and change it by their own will. Maybe you can find someone who can teach you how to change. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, I thought I was forever an auto one because since I was a child, I've never changed.
Well, that just means you might not have ever been taught how to change. It's different to everybody. There's a lot of sometimes through a person's development, they just go through certain traumatic phases, and then they might also change. That might be something, or maybe they have learned something that changed their life. Maybe some great truth that was revealed to them, which also causes them to change. Especially after finding out some grave, depressing news, maybe my entire tribe was dead all along, or something like that. Then people might turn into winter Eladrin, and their depression takes hold of them as a freezing cold. So, yeah, there's a lot of different. Yeah.
Did they roll an insight check of plus 20 or what?
Aelene is gonna after listening to this, and because she has never tried it herself, so he described the winter being more depressing and sad.
Mm-hmm.
So she's gonna just close her eyes and really focus on the pain of losing her family.
Okay.
So she feels her, she's remembering so vividly the screams and the pain of the fire herself, being burned herself, and the deep sorrow of losing everyone. And she's just gonna not really sitting down meditating, but she's gonna focus that and see if anything happens.
Roll me a raw wisdom or charisma check. I believe this is with disadvantage because I think it's just all ability checks, not just skill checks.
A 6.
Disadvantage ability checks. Yeah, so this is disadvantage. You, because you're not really in reverie, you're not really in trance and not like in a full meditation, but just focusing your attention. You feel. I'm guessing the feelings like associated with losing everybody. Would it be more akin to anger, like you're upset of the people who did this, or are you more like focusing on the sorrow?
Now I'm focusing on the sorrow.
Okay. The
not
great
the anger.
yeah, the great loss you've experienced,
Yeah.
the lives that were lost, the beauty that was once all around you, torn to bits. You feel your current summer self, kind of like the flames and the just like the general heat that your body like emanates. You feel it slowly, slightly, ever so slightly, like cool down just a bit. And after opening your eyes again, you just see like a single like a single snowflake trickle down from perhaps a tear, perhaps a sweat drop that become this glaciated snowdrop drop onto your fingers. Feels a little like morning dew, but it's cool.
And I'm literally just staring, because I'm guessing like that snowflake melts in my hand after it like touches, because I'm still in a way fire. So I'm just gonna look at that like drop, and then I'm just gonna close my hand and like, you might be onto something.
Oh man.
And she's gonna like kind of close off, because she like brought out the raw emotions. Like she didn't like physically show it, but she is like stealing herself a tiny bit again and like pushing it back. You know, like how you're supposed to handle trauma, you just bury it. And
Yeah, exactly what you do.
As if
Put it
you
in a
feel
box and shove it underneath the bed.
shove it far underneath the bed. And she's like just gonna like nod and like, okay, yeah.
Yeah, you feel the heat return to your body, your resolve, your conviction, your inner your inner drive, the thing that keeps you going forward. He looks up to you and says, whatever caused you this much grief and this much whatever disturbed you this much that you changed, I will wish you the best.
Yeah.
Is there anything else I can do for you?
No.
I believe this is where we say goodbyes then.
Brunhilder? I'm turning to Brunhilder, like, is there anything he can do to you?
And the answer probably is yes, but I don't know whether Brynhilda would want it.
No need to worry. Our guild is spread across the lands. You might be able to find another. You might find us elsewhere. And if there's anything you require of us, then you can count on us. That counts for you as well.
I think Brynhilda's. Yeah. I think Brynhilda's comfortable in what's causing her issues and not comfortable to tackle them, and I reckon that's the state she's in.
Okay.
Acceptance but repression. If you know the vibe.
Yeah. Plus, like, there's a time and place, so doing it in the middle of the guild might just be awkward. So, yeah, he will nod to you and like say, "All right, we'll be taking my leave then." He turns back to meet with a woman who's coming out of one of the rooms as they have a little chat and then disappear back into their office. And that concludes Aelene and Brunhilde. To change scenes, Armand and Horace, what would you two be doing? What would you like to be focusing on this session specifically? Would you go to the goblin shop, or is there something else you would like to be tackling?
I think I would like to check out the scene regarding the Empire presence here, but that is secondary
Mm-hmm.
in my mind.
Okay. What is primary then? If you want, you can, in the meantime, just like grab the stuff that the Oscar was working on, the items that you all have ordered. There's, since you're trying to keep a low profile, you would notice, if you're going that way, if you like going that way, so long as you don't go towards the plaza, you should be safe from that. There's a lot of like noise coming from the tavern and towards the town hall and the plaza, but this road seems relatively chill. You just need to avoid eyes coming from this direction. You can make it to the shop if you want to. Okay. You enter the establishment. As you would, before you even enter, you would see the sign on the establishment, basically announcing itself as the Goblin Pop-Up Shop. And you have also received, this is something I forgot to mention when Nuvola was talking to you. You received a basically a business card of this shop from Oscar. Before Oscar left, he basically left you a business card, and then the only explanation you got for the item, the business card, is like, if you need to be shopping with us, you just need to activate the business card. However, now if you want to get I guess further insights into what the heck that card does, you might be doing that. So now you see that there's also two orcish individuals who both appear to be quite elderly. They have these goggles, and their beards are pretty well groomed and trimmed. They appear quite well kept. They take care of themselves quite well, as these two turn your way, and the orc individual with the more grey tone of skin turns your way and says, how fortuitous. We are seeing new people, new guests. How can we help? Welcome to the Goblin Pop-Up Shop.
Thank you. Is Oscar here? And Vex?
Indeed. They're both working diligently. If you would like to meet them in person, I can call them up.
That would be amazing. Thank you so much.
Of course. As he starts making his way to the door at the back and returns with Oscar and Vex in tow, the two goblins. They join you two as Vex gives you like a big beaming smile and says, "Ooh, howdy ho! Welcome to the Goblin Pop-Up Shop, your top spot to shop. How are you guys doing? Has everything gone well?"
So far, so good. I'm happy to see that you have your brother at your side.
Oscar just kind of like snorts and like adjusts his goggles, and she just says, "Yeah, thanks a lot for that, by the way. He said you had a bunch of orders made. Is that why you're here?"
Among other things, also to catch up.
Ooh, okay. Well, first things first, thank you, of course. I feel a little bad because like when you were talking about your own business, I kind of like just butted in there and said, "Hey, by the way, can you also take care of my stuff?" Felt a little weird.
You don't need to feel weird about that. It's all good.
Thanks. Do you did you get our card, by the way, our business card?
Yeah, Nuvola gave it to us.
Sweet. So
It's a nice design, by the way. It looks very, very modern. It's
thank
not.
you.
It's not. It's. I just imagine it like with a typical medieval font size, like font style, with a little bit of a twist.
Yeah, if it was up to this guy, she like points at Ascar, it would have just been like, I don't know, not even. Let's just say he's not really one for designs, or appearances. He doesn't care. So, yeah. So what we're hoping to achieve with this is, it is kind of like a, let's say like a VIP ticket. What you can do with it is, whenever you're in need of our wares or services, you can just like say the magic word, which is open up shop, or open for business, or something like that. You can then drop the card, and then moments later, you will basically have a stall appear. It is kind of like a, what's the word? Like a magical gate, so to speak. It has a door, and then through that door, we will be able to make business. If you're in need of any wares or any services, we will be able to provide them immediately, which is why it's called the pop-up shop, because throw it on the ground and it pops up and then stuff, and then
That's really cool.
one of the the orcish gentlemen then says, "It has a double meaning though, because we're quite clever like that." The other says, "Yeah, yes. Keep tooting your horn. Yeah, well, you see, these two little ones have been in our care for quite a while. You could consider us their pups." He like gives you a wink.
Oh. Okay, cool.
I'm a fan of wordplay.
Very nice. So if we use the card, then the orcish gentleman will. Basically.
Vex chimes in and says, "Well, I guess it depends. It depends on like who's available right now. It can be someone different every day. Yeah, it's just usually it's Pop who takes care of the front desk.
Okay.
He's got the eye for business, I suppose. That I don't really have. He's what's the word? He's got experience. There you go. Oscar just like waddles away, and there's just like you hear like shuffling in the background as he like prepares the items. Yeah.
So how is it in the city now with all these soldiers?
Busy. We've gotten a lot more orders, but also it's like tense. We yeah. Some of the she like gets a little nervous, and then the orcish gentleman, the father, speaks up and says, "Yes, well, let's just say they have been a little prejudiced after finding out that there's some kind of activity with goblins going on.
Yeah.
I will be protecting my kids as best as I can. It's just, the odd glare thrown their way, the odd comment, the snide remarks. It hasn't been this bad for a while, so I'm just hoping to leave very soon, so we can get back to our peaceful lives.
I bet. What's with all the injured people? How are they?
Well, the village elder, our one and only druid, the one really great healer that we have, has been able to concoct some potions and make sure that everybody is, I suppose, breaking free of their stony forms. I'm still not quite sure if it's petrification or some kind of curse, or maybe some kind of magical ailment. It is strange to describe. I've never seen anything like it before. I'm glad that we have him on our side. He did mention how some of his herbs have been gone missing, so the people have been having a little bit of a harder time getting back on their feet. But I'm sure they'll be okay. It doesn't seem like... It seems like the worst has gone past us.
Were any Templars here? Like real ones?
Oh, are there fake Templars? Sorry.
No, I mean like the highest ranking.
I suppose not, unless you consider the general one. But it's a little confusing. I'm not the greatest expert on ranking systems of the Imperial army, so if he's considered one or not, I'm not aware of. But
I'm scoffing and I say, me neither. But it's really very obvious that I cannot lie, like, to honest. So it really seems weird.
Yeah. There has been one person in golden armor and adorned with their divine symbols. Maybe there are a lower ranking Templar of sorts. I'm not sure if there is such a thing. Maybe they are training to be a Templar, but they appear basically disguised behind their helmet at all times. I've not seen their face yet. And indeed, that's what I heard too, that Templars usually don't show their faces. So I was thinking that might be one of them. But they did take orders from the general, so I'm not entirely sure.
Yeah, and just, protect yourself, right? Like,
Yes.
That's all. And prepare like a bag, I would say, like, for a quick getaway if things get ugly.
Right. Since now our kids have been returned, I don't think we have much reason to stay here much longer than we need to. I suppose you could say that we're very on the go. He gives you another wink and like points at the business card or something.
Nice.
He has a little stack of business cards that he might be handing out to people. And it says, yeah, our business model has been I suppose the best way to describe it is revolutionary, and it helped us a lot. It helped us keep afloat no matter where we go. So business is booming.
Happy, you basically created an online shop. Just saying.
As he says that, you just hear the ring of a bell, ding, as Vex just goes, oh, I think we might be getting a new order. I'll take it. She's leaves out the door and waddles out.
Cool. Cool. I think that concludes my questions. I'm gonna look at different types of pole arms that they have, and then look at the prices and be sad.
Yeah, currently they don't have a lot of weaponry around. This particular shop seems to be focused a lot on leatherworking. So despite basically Oscar offering you to work on metal stuff and offering you to work on your polearm and everything, it seems that whatever's on the front of the shop is just leatherworking stuff. So currently it doesn't appear to be weapons on display or anything like that. A lot of armor, bracers, so on and so forth. Perhaps a lot of people have been relying on these for a while, so just develop this way. Yeah.
Okay.
And he turns back to Oscar, who's slowly returning to Amun with their orders. he kind of like, again, like he like rubs his nose and then goes, taking inventory of like what you've been buying. So, you wanted, leather armor for a bunny-sized creature, probably a rabbit.
I forgot
you
about
wanted-
that.
You wanted gloves to enhance your unarmed attacks. You wanted a dagger made of the blood of an imp. You wanted studded leather, improved studded leather. That's interesting. You wanted an armor upgrade for the missus.
The missus?
Well, the missus. You. Like he
Ah,
stares
me.
at
Oh.
Armand. Yeah. You
I
wanted.
I feel yeah, like I have no armor on me, so like I'm basically in my undershirt the whole time. It looks very cute, by the way. Like my golden tattoo on my shoulder sticking out. It's very nice.
See, I told you were a golden thingy.
True. Actually, yeah, you're right. It makes sense.
Fucking
Okay.
golden beacons.
Okay. Yeah. We pay right now, right? Like, we did not pay already, right?
No
did we
worries.
pay
You have
already?
not paid yet. I was well, I was kind of whatever. Yeah, you have not paid me yet. I got the order. I'm finishing it, and now it's finished, and now we can pay. Be paid.
Okay. Cool. Let's
Yep.
do that, Oscar.
It'll be.
Also, by the way, I really appreciated your improvement that you did. It's really good. Thank you.
Yeah, it's kind of my job. Yeah.
That boy
Um,
never got a compliment in his life, as you can see.
She's just meeting the ones who don't know what to do with compliments.
True. Are you checking
yeah,
the prices?
That'll be about 445 gold pieces. The armor will need a little longer. You know, that's a little tricky because I don't really have the materials here right now. But call on the business card about in 2 days, and then I'll probably have it ready for you.
Right. Cool.
Plus, the
You can do
armor is
that.
pretty expensive either, so you might have, rummaged around for some extra coin. That might have been, full plate suits are pretty expensive.
I know, it's all good. Don't worry. I appreciate your craft. I do have the money, I guess.
So you and Horace would have 600.
Okay. Cool.
He wants 445 right now. He's asking for 445 gold pieces.
Yeah. Okay. How about this? Half. I give 200. Basically, I pay half. Horus pays half, and then the rest, like all the other, return us.
Okay.
I can't believe that you got an armor suit for Bailey. Oh, it's so cute. I can't believe it. It's really cute. Also, I love the
I
orcish
also know
designs.
I gave already had the materials for Bailey and everything,
Yeah. Indeed.
and me.
For your own
probably
leather
time
armor
negotiate.
upgrade. Yeah. So basically, instead of the whole suit of armor, they're giving you like leather pieces, and you can strap them onto your current armor, upgrading your leather armor to studded leather armor and making it plus 1 AC
Cool.
for Aelene, and giving Bailey little armor, of course. Also, sorry, what we're saying, Anna, before?
What do you mean?
Was
I love the design of the orcs. I said
Ah, okay. Cool.
they're really
Thanks.
cool. But I love orcs in general. So
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the one who's a lot more talkative than the other orc is turning you away and says, "Right, pleasure doing business. See you in 2 days." Oh,
thank you very much.
one quick note. Whenever you use the business card, it might take a little while to recharge. So make sure to pick your moments wisely when you want to use it. There might be a while when
Thank you.
cannot rely on our services.
Okay.
Right?
How long until the recharge?
It can take from a day up to a week.
Okay, alright.
Indeed, it is fickle like that, which most magic is. But you know.
Also, what's your name, actually? I asked the orcish gentleman.
Of course, my name is Pedro, and my
Pedro Pascal.
Pedro,
Shut up.
Pedro the Orc.
what if the other one just isn't called Pascal? Honestly, whatever. Sure.
Pascal. Okay.
my
Pascal.
God damn it.
It's
I
also
mean, Pascal's just a normal like first name too, so
Yeah.
it works out great. Yeah, you I'm Pedro, and this is my husband Pascal.
Nice to meet you.
It's a pleasure.
Horus, I'm Arman. I'm not Mrs. Please don't call me Mrs. It feels weird. Thank you.
Of course, young lady.
And we see each other in 2 days then.
Of course. See you next time.
And since we're out, I would like to buy one ration of horse food and sugar cubes. But,
Okay.
you know, I'm gonna make caramel out of them. And a horse brush and a nice horse blanket that is extra non-itchy for the majesty.
Sick.
What else? And maybe... Yeah, I think that's it for now. Some tools for the hoofs. Yeah.
Awesome. All right. Thanks for coming. It's been an absolute pleasure. It's been so fun.
Thank you so much for DMing.
Heck yeah.